We're going to be talking about that today. Hi, I'm Alex.
And I'm Maya.
And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what is an art style, and I'm going to give you some tips in how you can go about developing your own. What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's do it. In this video, I'm going to tackle a hard subject to cover. What is art style and how you can go about finding and developing yours? I say hard because the answer to this age-old question is not clear-cut. I don't believe that artistic style is something you just happen to stumble upon one day. It's more of a journey, and it's developed through the years with a lot of hard work and practice. So please, don't get frustrated or desperate if you haven't found yours. It will come with time. For me, art style is something unique an individual artist has in his body of work that sets him or her apart from other artists. It's something recognizable, a particular edge, if you will. This style can be represented by the colors they use, the way they employ shapes and forms. Maybe it's guided by their composition or even the techniques or mediums they use. Some artists are even recognized by the subjects they choose to work on. It is a hidden look that when you see a particular work by that artist, you immediately recognize him or her. In any case, lots of artists are always searching for a way to develop their own style. So I'm going to share with you some factors I think shape artistic style and how to work in developing yours. 1. Explore your personality. I believe the artist's personality plays a major role in developing his or her style. For example, if you're a relatively relaxed person with lots of patience, you might be drawn to working with more detailed pieces. If you're kind of kooky and ADD prone like myself, you might be more inclined to working faster and bolder. A lot of people say that the artist's work usually matches the artist's personality, meaning that there is a piece of us on every work we produce. Look for that. Explore it. Find it. Ask yourself, who am I? Am I an introvert? Am I an extrovert? Am I funny? Am I serious? Am I drawn to bold, bright colors? Or am I more into darker, black and white ones? Frame your personality and look for a way to use your medium as a way of expressing who you are. We all have something interesting and special that can be transported onto an artistic medium. What are your interests, for example? I liked cartoons and comics when I was young, so I was always drawing out the characters from the stories I read. Find what interests you and see if there are any links to your art. Another good question to ask yourself: what kind of art do you like or practice? Are you into acrylics, oil, pastels? Do you do illustrations? Maybe you like digital art or even charcoal. Whatever it is you're drawn to, ask yourself, why did I pick this medium? I am a firm believer that the medium will eventually pick you, meaning you have to be open to experiment with everything. Just because you like a certain medium will not guarantee you will, number 1, enjoy it, and number 2, be good at it. Pick a day of the week to work on a medium you never have tried before. You might surprise yourself. If anything, it will help you practice your craft. During this process, you will create lots of things you don't like. You will make a bunch of mistakes and it will be frustrating. But that's part of the process. It's called learning. You just have to keep a positive mind and continue to produce work. When you learn about art history and the great masters, a lot of the discussion revolves around the personalities of the artists. When you contrast their work with their personal story, you can see a clear influence and can almost get a glimpse of what the artist was as a person by just contemplating their body of work. This is what you have to look for. Do some introspection, meditate, start a journal. Then take your findings and use them as inspiration to portray them in your work. Let your personality guide you in your journey, but you have to keep asking yourself all the right questions. Number 2, artistic influences. In my opinion, I don't believe there have been any artists ever who were not at least minimally influenced by another artist they liked or admired. That is certainly one way we find inspiration, by looking at other artists' amazing work and being stimulated to make our own work even better. Although I do lots of illustration work, my main medium is painting with acrylics. So I look at artists like Basquiat, Miro, Picasso, and Peter Max. I particularly love their use of color, and I refer to them all the time. I browse the internet to look for ideas and to sometimes challenge myself to try something new. There are tons of wonderful artists here on YouTube. Don't be afraid to look them up and soak in their mastery. I am not saying that you are to copy them and make their style your own. I'm just saying to look for inspiration and guidance from them, especially if you're a young artist or a beginner. Here's an exercise you might want to try. Pick one of your favorite artists and study them. I mean, really dig deep. Study their structure, color composition, what subjects they pick, what mediums they use, and what techniques stand out to you. Then, sit down and draw one of their pieces. If possible, do it on the same medium as them. Then, ask yourself, how does drawing each line, each element, feel in your pencil, paintbrush, digital pencil, whatever you're using? And what do you think he or she was feeling when they created the piece? What were they thinking? Try to draw parallels with your own feelings and slowly start letting go of the other artist's work and continue the same drawing you were doing now without looking at the reference. See if you can finish it out with your own style. The idea is to look for inspiration, not to make someone else's style your own. Believe me, with practice, you will find yours with time. Someone very wise once said, "You were born an original, don't die a copy." 3. Life experiences. Are there any life experiences or events in your life that have shaped who you are today? People love stories, and basically we artists, we are storytellers. Each idea for each piece of work that we create came from somewhere and speaks to someone. It came either from the artist's imagination, or a reference they saw, or a combination of both. I get some ideas from my dreams. Life has a curious way of teaching us things, and as time passes by and we grow as persons, so does our art. I am not the same artist I was at 25 or 35 or even 45, and neither will you. Heck, Pablo Picasso went through the blue period, the rose period, and cubism before even falling into surrealism. But still, if I go through the hundreds upon hundreds of photos, drawings, sketches, paintings that I have created through the years, I can almost make a chronological story of my life. And I can probably feel a bit of what I was feeling at the moment in time when they were created. That's the beauty of art. All those experiences have helped me develop my art style. My tip would be, find a way to intertwine your everyday life, people that you meet, your learnings, the places you visit, with your art. Find a way to tell your story. Number 4, practice, practice, practice. I know this one speaks for itself, but like in sports, music, and other disciplines, the old adage that practice makes perfect is as valid in art as it is in anything. Sketch every day, buy new materials, try different mediums. Do it on happy days, do it on sad days, do it when you're inspired, and do it when you feel like everything you make sucks. Especially when you feel like everything you make sucks. Build your muscle memory. Explore a new color palette. Find a new artist that can inspire you. Ask other artists to review your work. Constructive criticism is good and can help you grow as an artist. Take all the points I mentioned above, put them to practice, and everything will fall into place eventually. Art is magic.
Daddy, I'm going to work hard to develop my own art style.
Excellent. I think it's going to be a wonderful journey. And remember, it's not as much about the finished product as it is about the process. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did.
And also, please punch that subscribe button and the little bell to get notifications when our next video is about to come out.
Thank you for watching and see you next time.